left the school at 16, been running about lorries and loads and things since 10-year-old. Came straight into the company, mechanicked in the workshops, did an apprenticeship. My dad bought me a brand new lorry when I was 17, a 7.5 tonner. So I drove that till I was 21, then got the Arctic licence. So I drove the lorry 4 days a week and went to college 1 and mechanic nights and weekends. So my time served mechanic, albeit I couldn't work on them now with all the electronics and fancy gizmos that's in them. So I did that. I got a wee 7.5 tonner, as I said, drove all over the country, was everywhere with it. I went on to the Arctics, drove Arctics. I would be on Arctics driving solid for probably about 5 years. And then when I came off the road, you were in the yard, you were working the yard, you were running transfer stations and things like that, and driving, covering holidays, covering days off. Driver doesn't turn up, I was sent out, things like that.
17 on the road professionally. You're
Yes.
accepted as someone that young.
No, there was no problem. The majority of people were there to give you a hand, keep you right, point in the right direction. There would be the one or two that I was the boss's son, so there was one or two who was always a wee bit snidey about it. But no, in general, everybody was there to help and look out for you.
What about other drivers with other companies? How did you relate to them? How indeed did they accept you?
Well, I never let anyone else know who I was. Our own drivers knew. If I went in somewhere to deliver, I was just a driver. I never ever said who I was. There was places we run out of all the time. We run out of William Grant's Whiskey Bond, so everyone there knew who I was because we were out in there all the time. But if I was going out in companies that there was none of our other vehicles going out and in, or the odd one, I never ever said who I was. Never.
Would there not be places where your age would be an issue?
No, it wasn't a problem because it was all cased goods, palletised goods. In those days it was all ropes and sheets, so you got the load roped and sheeted and went and delivered it. No, it wasn't a problem.
Do you know, that's something actually which we take for granted now, because almost everything is containerised.
Yes.
And you know, those skills of roping and sheeting the load are something which only someone of our generation would remember, let alone know how to do.
Yes. Well, I mean, go back a few years ago, there's probably about 3 or 4 of us in the company that came from the roping and sheeting and was able to do it. I think now I'm probably the only one left in the company that would have that skill. For all, I've not used it for a long, long time. I mean, trucks to drive nowadays, they're easier and better to drive than a private car. You know, they're automatic, they've got everything in them, aircon, all sorts. We now get drivers that can't drive a manual lorry. And I would say in this fleet here at Murdoch's, I would say we have 80% automatic vehicles. There's still a few manual vehicles, but they're slowly but surely getting phased out.
The vehicles and the control systems are much more sophisticated and complicated than they were even 20 years ago, certainly 40 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm not being modest, because if you don't keep up to speed with these things and keep working with your hands and physically at it, then you're not keeping up. So no, I would be pretty lost today.
But you strike me as someone who's always kept their hands in the job.
There's lots I could do, but there'll be lots in modern stuff I couldn't do. I mean, all your electronics, computers, wiring them up, see what's wrong with them, I'd be stuck with all that. But dealing with Volvo, Scania, DAF or whoever, I can sit down and discuss, strip their engine, what parts are needed, understand the full thing, and I can discuss it and deal with it. But yes, if I was to go and physically do it, it would be a different story. We have people in the company that will do all that. We have laptops and people that can read the truck to see what's wrong and pick up electronic problems and all the rest of it. No, that's all in the company, that's all here. For all I can't do it, it's here.